Hi everybody, this is a new lesson in grammar. Today we arrived at mood. What is mood? Mood, according to a definition by Leach, this is outside reference. He tells that mood is a verb category. You see, mood is a verb category. Is a verb category which is not so useful, which is not so useful in the grammar of English. So it is one of the verb categories, okay, which is not so useful. In grammar, it is not wide used. It is not widely used. You see, in the grammar of English. As it is for some other, so it is not useful in English grammar as it is for some other languages. In English grammar, it is not like in other languages. You see, it is not widely used. It is not useful in English grammar. We much time we focus on tense and aspect, and we do not focus too much on mood. You see, but it is found in English grammar. It is found in English grammar, but it is not so useful, you see, like other languages. In other languages, they may use mood, okay, and has to do with the degree of reality, okay, as it is for some other languages. I'm completing the definition, so please follow me from the beginning and write it down, okay? And has to do with the degree of reality. Mood is related to what? Is related to the degree of reality, whether this is real or unreal. Okay? It is related to the degree of reality, whether this verb, okay, it talks about the verb category, whether this verb is real or unreal. Clear? And what? Attributed to the happening described by the verb. Okay, this definition is found in glossary. This is a book, Glossary of Grammar by Geoffrey Leach. Page 153. Right, good. Now what we understood from this definition, that mood is related to the verb category, and it is not widely used in English grammar, and it is also related to the degree of reality, whether the sentence is real or unreal, okay, and attributed to the happening described by the verb. Clear? Good. Now let us come to the types of what? Of mood. Mood is divided or classified in English into types. Subjunctive mood, okay, subjunctive mood is the very widely used, is what is the very famous one, okay, and subjunctive mood, look well, can be found. Most mood is expressed in English to a very minor extent by the subjunctive. Subjunctive is what? Is the very famous one, or is the famous mood, okay? Examples about this mood: so be it then. So be it then. Be here gives the subjunctive mood. And if you taught me, I would learn quickly. If you taught me, this is past. You see, past tense, okay? Also, the past tense here, and I would learn quickly. If you taught me, this is conditional sentence, you see? If you taught me. Did you teach me? No. If you taught me, I would learn then. Did you learn quickly? No. You say, if you taught me, I would learn then. Then this is real or unreal? This is unreal. So it is what? Subjunctive mood. Okay? It is strange that he should have left so early. It is strange that he should have. Should have. Should here is what? Is a modal auxiliary. It gives the meaning of what? Of the subjunctive mood. Okay? It is strange that he should that clause. This is that clause. That clause also is what? Related to the subjunctive mood. Let us now come to know the categories of the subjunctive mood. They are three. They are three categories. What are they? The mandative subjunctive, the formulaic subjunctive, and the subjunctive where, or the hypothetical where. You see? Then these are what? Three subjunctive moods. What are other moods? Moods, for example, subjunctive, imperative also mood, imperative, interrogative, also sometimes regarded as mood, okay, indicative, okay, right? These are the types of mood. The very famous one are what? The indicative mood and the subjunctive mood. The very famous ones are the subjunctive mood and the indicative mood. The indicative mood is what? Real. The subjunctive mood is unreal. Put this in your minds. Clear? Good. Now let us come to know what are the different expressions which carry the subjunctive mood. For example, in the mandative subjunctive, this is when you find that clause. When you find that clause, it means that this is mandative subjunctive. Mandative subjunctive. Alright? So, has only one form, the base form. This means there is lack of the regular indicative concord between subject and finite verb in the third person singular. This is the rule. And the present and past tenses are distinguishable. You see, the subjunctive can be used with any verb in subordinate that clause. When the main clause contains an expression of what? Of recommendation or resolution or demand. You see, these are cases in which you find what? A subjunctive mood or mandative subjunctive. Mandative subjunctive. Examples where you find it. You find it for example, with to infinitive or should plus infinitive, with to infinitive and should plus infinitive. Examples: it is necessary that, you see, there is that clause, that every member inform, okay, it is necessary that every member inform himself of these rules. Okay, this is what? This is that clause, which is what? Which is subordinate clause. It is subordinate clause. You remember the subordinate clause, or secondary clause, or it is called what? It is called dependent clause. You see, secondary and dependent and subordinate. These are the names of that clause. These are the names of that clause here. Okay, what is the mood that that clause includes? It is what? The mandative subjunctive. Okay, it is necessary that every member inform himself of these rules. You look well that inform here is not informs, you see, because it is where it is in the subjunctive mood. It is not real. It is necessary that every member inform himself of these rules. Did every member inform himself really? No, they say it is necessary. It is necessary. You see, for example, I say it is necessary that you see the doctor, or you see the doctor today, or the dentist. For example, when you have toothache, you see, or toothache, you what? Okay, when you suffer from toothache, okay, you see the dentist. I say you it is necessary that you see the dentist today. Did you see the dentist? No, but it is so it is what? It is unreal. Then it is what? Subjunctive. Which subjunctive? Because there is that clause, it is mandative subjunctive. Clear? It is necessary that every member should inform. Okay, this is then the first one here is what? Infinitive. It is called bare infinitive. It is called bare infinitive because there is no to. Bare infinitive. It is called bare infinitive in grammar. Bare infinitive. When there is, for example, to inform, this is what? This is infinitive. What is called? It is called to infinitive. It is called to infinitive. When you put the to outside and you take inform only, you say it is bare infinitive. Bare infinitive means infinitive but without to. You see? So in this example, that every member inform, you see, this is as if there is what? To inform, to, but to is omitted, you see, that's why there is no s here. Good. The second example, it is necessary that every member should inform. This is according to this rule, should plus infinitive. The third example, it is necessary for every member to inform. To inform is what? To infinitive. To inform himself of these rules. In all these examples, in all these examples is what? Subjunctive. It is mandative subjunctive mood, and it is unreal. Good. The second example, the formulaic subjunctives. Formulaic as if they are what? Ready expressions. Ready expressions or block. You see, it is called the block language. Block language or ready expressions or idioms. Idioms. Let us see. For example, this is called the formulaic subjunctive. Also consists of base verb, you see, but is only used in clauses in certain set expressions. Only in some expressions like these. which have to be learned as wholes, as what? As ready expressions, as idioms, as wholes. يعني you cannot, as whole يعني you cannot cut what? Part of the sentence and you take it in isolation to give the formulaic subjunctive mood. No, you have to take all the sentence, whole the sentence, whole. You see, whole the sentence. Good. Come what may, we will go ahead. Come what may, come what may. You do not say what is come and what is what and what is may in order to classify them, to divide them, to analyze them. You do not do that. You have to take it ready as this. God save the queen. God save the queen. Okay? You do not take why save, why God, why the queen. You see? It is ready. Sufficient to say that. Sufficient to say that. Where? Actually you find these expressions at the beginning. Heaven forbid that. Heaven forbid that. باللغة العربية نقول لا سامح الله. Heaven forbid that. Okay? Be that as it may. Be that as it may. Clear? In all these expressions, come what may, God save the queen, sufficient to say that, be that as it may, heaven forbid that. In all these ready expressions or whole expressions, what is the mood? The mood is the formulaic subjunctive. Okay? Are they real? No, they are unreal, because when you say, for example, heaven forbid that, is it real that heaven will forbid that? No. May forbid that or may not. God save the queen, is it real that God is going to save the queen? No. Okay, so in this case it is what? Unreal or formulaic subjunctive mood. The third type of subjunctive mood is the where hypothetical, which is unreal. Good, especially with conditional sentences, especially with conditional sentences, with conditional or consecutive clauses. Okay, conditional and consecutive clauses. Let us see. Example, if she were to do something like that, طبعا there is complement. This sentence is without complement. يعني اكو تكملة لازم تكون هنا بعدها. If she were to do something like that. هسه نقول هذا الفعل were or was here in which mood? In which tense? In which tense here? Past. Okay. Past, were and was, past tense. Good. In which aspect? In which aspect? Simple aspect. If she were to do something like that. Good. In which mood? Here in this what? This is the mood. You say it is hypothetical where. It is hypothetical where. Which is real or unreal? It is unreal. You see? If she were to do something like that. Did she do something like that? No, she did not do something like that. If she were to do something like that, this will be a victory, for example. He spoke to me as if I were deaf. As if I were. هذه دائما as if I were. كما لو كنت. As if I were. كما لو كنت. He spoke to me as if I were deaf. Okay? This is what? This is also conditional. Here, conditional. And here it is conditional. I wish I were dead. I wish I were. In all these examples, were or was. You see? That's why this is the third type, which is hypothetical were. I wish I were dead. This is consecutive clause. Consecutive clause. Okay? Are you dead? No, but you wish you were dead. Okay? And in all these examples, it is unreal mood. Good. Let us now come what to the modal auxiliaries. Okay, modal auxiliaries and the modal in the past. You remember the modal? We talked about the modal. Modal sometimes in the present, for example, can, and in the past could. Will in the present and in the past would. For example, may and might. Okay, these are modal auxiliaries. Let us see what is wrong with the modal. What is the very important thing with the modal? Okay, these modal auxiliaries are related to what? To the closed system. Closed system. Just as was could replace were, you see, if I were rich. So in closed or unreal conditions involving all other types than be, it is the past tense that conveys the impossibility. So since it conveys, you mean what? It conveys a meaning of what? Of impossibility. Clear? Good. Other modal or a quasi-modal, you see there is modal and there is a quasi-modal, which is not modal. Other modal or a quasi-modal uses of the past are illustrated by, look at this example. I wondered if you'd like a drink. I wondered if you'd like a drink. Wondered here is what? In the past. And here this is a conditional sentence. And this sentence, I wondered if, you see, I wondered, you can take this sentence outside and you say, instead of this sentence, you can say this or it. I wondered it. What did you wonder? I wondered if you'd like a drink. I wondered this. What is the job of the grammatical function of it or this here? I is the subject. Wondered is a verb. There is a there is what? There is what? Explanation about what is wondered. What is the tense of wonder? What is the aspect? And what is the mood? Perhaps I ask you such a question in the examination. Wondered here, according to tense, is past. According to aspect is what? Simple. According to what? The mood, it is what? Subjunctive mood. Okay? Because it is conditional, it belongs to the which type? According to the subjunctive mood, it is were, hypothetical. I wondered. I wondered. Okay? No, it is not were, but I wondered, maybe indicative, but it is conditional. If you'd like a drink. Okay, let us see. If you'd like a drink. If you'd like a drink. What is the here? By the way, this is subordinate clause. If conditional, if clause here is what? Is a subordinate clause. Dependent clause. Where is the independent clause? I wondered if you'd like this. All the sentence is what? Is what? Main clause. Main. All the sentence is what? Superordinate. Superordinate is what? The opposite of subordinate. You see? Superordinate. And it is what? Independent. Independent. Where is the dependent? If you'd like a drink. If you'd like a drink is not a meaningful sentence unless there is I wondered. Okay? That's why it is what? Independent clause. That's why it is dependent, sorry. It is dependent on subordinate and secondary. If you'd like a drink, What is the verb here? What is the verb here? It is id. Id is the abbreviation of had or what? Or could or would. Okay. All of these are what? Are abbreviated by id. What is id here? Here id is what? Is a modal, not had. It is not had. Not had. It is a modal. If a modal, then it is either could or would. Which one of them? You could. I wondered if you could, what? If you would like that, you'd like that, would, not could, if you'd like that. For example, I'd like, you know, this expression in sixth class, this expression, I'd like that. Okay, if you'd like. فهذا التعبير الشهير would like للتعبير عن الرغبة. I'd like. Okay, I wondered if you'd like a drink, which involves an attitudinal rather than a time distinction from I wonder if you'd like a drink. Okay, and we were catching the 8 o'clock train and it is nearly 8 o'clock already. Okay, we were catching. Okay, what is the tense here? Were catching. What is the tense? It is past. What is the aspect? Progressive. Okay, we were catching the 8 o'clock. Good. We talk about the modal in the past. Where is the modal? And it is nearly 8 o'clock. It is nearly 8 o'clock. You see, we were catching the 8 o'clock train. It is what? Past progressive, past continuous, which seems to depend on a covered subordinating clause such as we agreed that, in which the past tense is purely temporal. Okay, right?